Peace and
Peace,
salute. Peace and salute,
peace,
y'all.
and welcome to Two Black Bostonians. We're so excited to do a little bit of recap with you guys tonight. Mel, I think we should start with our first win of the season with our New England Patriots. First of all, where
Yes.
would you like? I know you have a lot to say. Maybe not too much to say, but where would you like to start?
Where shall I begin? Where shall I begin? Um, well, first off, I want to say that Drake May did have a better game.
Yes,
Um,
he did.
I'm very thankful that they actually used what he's actually good at. They ran some bootlegs, which was different in the game against Miami compared to the game against the Oakland Raiders, opening season. So they used his strong suits in this game against Miami, which is a plus. They didn't have him throwing as much, which I'm thankful for because we don't need our quarterback throwing 46 attempts. We don't need that. It was more of a balanced offense the second game. They ran the ball very well. The offensive line it's still not up to par, but again, it's only the second game of the season, so I'm not going to get too much on the offensive line. There was a lot of great things I take away from the game. Like I said, starting with the quarterback Drake May, Rhamondre Stevenson, all of the backs did very well. Henderson as well too, even though he did have three penalties. I believe it was three holding calls they called on him, which again, he's getting acclimated to the NFL.
Right,
The NFL,
absolutely.
the NFL men's strength is totally different from the collegiate level. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
As the season go on, we'll be judging everyone. We'll be giving grades out and stuff like that. So, what did you see in the game?
Well, first,
From
let's start with the energy. I saw completely different energy from our Patriots.
hmm
Clearly, it looks like we have learned from the first loss. And honestly, that made Drake May to Stevenson for that 55-yard completion. I think that Drake May is starting to really learn the play and the movement of his men. It looks like the connection, the communication was there. I
hmm
was really just excited to see Mike Vrabel. You can see like he practically was acting like a player on the field. He was excited. He was jumping up and down. We saw his reaction to Gibson's 90-yard kickoff return touchdown. We
correct.
saw Mike Vrabel running down the field with Gibson, with Antonio Gibson, and I don't know if you saw the post game interview, but they asked Antonio Gibson how he felt about Mike Vrabel running alongside the sideline with him, and he said, "If Mike Vrabel was catching me, that means I need to run faster."
Yeah.
So honestly, there was a lot of excitement and energy. This is Mike Vrabel's first win with the Patriots. And I don't know, this game too, this beating the Dolphins,
hmm
because we've had a lot of issues with the Dolphins in the past, as you guys know, but
Correct.
this game too, to me, seems to it's igniting a type of energy with our Patriots, and I was very happy with the win. Obviously, there's always things we can do differently, but for the most part, I thought it was great. Antonio Gibson, I'm really happy to have him. I think he's going to be a serious force on our New England Patriots. So, I mean, hey, New England's defense game two, they were on it. I have to give a lot of credit to the defense as well. I believe, how many times did Tua get sacked? I believe he was sacked 5 times,
About that, yeah, 4 or 5
about five
times he was sacked.
times.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. So, and shout out to Tua. I don't know. It doesn't look like he's doing too well. He's having some difficulty here, but I'm just really happy that our Patriots were able to get the win, against the Miami Dolphins. There's a lot to take away, honestly. Drake May was surveying the field the whole time. He saw an open. He was looking for his openings. There was
hmm
great chain moving, scrambling from him, and I thought he did a great, great job.
I'm not gonna say great, but I'll say better than opening night. He
Okay, well,
definitely
for him
opening
being fairly
opening
new,
day.
I'm gonna give him a little bit of an inch. Use the word great. Obviously, we can always do better, but
Correct,
okay,
correct.
maybe great was a strong word. But I'm proud of Drake May.
Yeah, likewise, definitely, like I said, it was definitely a difference between the first game against the Raiders and the second game against the Dolphins. Like I
Hmm.
said, he threw 20 less pass this times. So he was 19 for 23, which tells me that, they watched a lot of game
Yeah,
film on the first game. And,
absolutely.
it's not TB12 that's back there that, we can say, okay, yeah, it's cool for TB12 to throw 46 attempts. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? So again, they use more of his strength. What I took away from the game, like I said, it was more of a balanced attack. They ran more bootlegs, which is to Drake May's strength. That's why sometimes when he, did his reads and his check downs and nobody was open, he took off running, got a couple of first
Yep,
downs,
yep,
which again is his strength. So, Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels, I could see that they was actually on the same page.
right.
Drake May actually, you know, um, you know, following suit and taking that advice or taking the coaching, I should say. You know what I'm saying? Again, it was more of a balanced offense. This time they ran the ball very
Yep,
well. Like I said, Rhamondre had 16 carries for 142 yards from scrimmage, which is good. Even had a nice catch down the sidelines, looking like a receiver. Out the backfield.
yep.
Got one on one. They caught him on man to man. So that was good to see that there was more of a balanced attack. I'm still I'm actually still disappointed in the defense.
Okay.
Um Not the D line. I'm not gonna say too much about the D line, but it do start with the D line, then the linebackers, and then the safeties. The safeties are still giving up deep plays.
Yep,
Um there was that one catch that uh Tyreek Hill had for more than what 30 plus yards. That shouldn't have happened. It looks
yeah,
like it was a miscommunication with Austin and his safety, which I believe it was Hawkins that was over the top. Like you're the last of the defense. All safeties, doesn't matter what team, no one should be getting behind you. You're the last of the defense. You know what I'm saying? The defense that's supposed to, hold down the fort. So there's still some. Again, it's the second game, but usually the defense is always ahead of the curve before the offense gets rolling and going. So I know there's a lot of things that they will clean up, definitely.
yeah.
They
Hmm.
will be a little more studying because again, this is not two great teams that they played that these things are supposed to happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
I agree.
I'm disappointed on that. But again, overall, we got a W. I'm very grateful and thankful. It made me a happy person on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? So it made all of New England happy that we got the win. Well, I don't want to say all New England because we still got Giants fans, we got Cowboys fans, we got other people that likes other teams that live out here, unfortunately. So the real Pats fans, we were happy. I'll
If
say
you're
that.
happy, I know Patriots Nation is happy. But the things that get you beat, these are the things we need to think about when it comes to our Patriots. The Patriots did not turn the ball over at all in game two. They
Hmm.
ran the ball better and they did not allow the Miami Dolphins to get as many explosive plays like they did with the Raiders. So
Correct.
I really believe the things that make you lose, that's what you need to improve on. And clearly, they did show that they improved on that. They studied that. Don't turn the ball over, run the ball better, and don't allow a team to come out exploding because it's really hard to come back when a team is on a run. So I think that the Patriots did a great job holding back the Miami Dolphins from achieving all three of those goals. So
Correct.
I'm happy. I see how the game two win came about. I see the lessons that we learned from
Hmm.
game one.
Hmm.
So I think you have your ups and your downs for us to go
Yes.
through.
So part moving forward, we will have a segment called Three Ups and Three Downs.
Three ups and three downs. Okay.
So exactly, we take three positives and then we talk about those three positives, and it's basically like saluting those three. Where it could be players, it could be the offensive
Okay.
line, it could be defense, anything that was positive. Three
Okay.
positives and three downs. So it's three ups and three downs. The downs would be the negatives.
Okay.
So my three ups that I will say, I will start it off by saying Drake May, leading off with him, had a
Okay.
definitely a better game than he did against the Raiders.
Okay.
That's one. Second positive or second up I will talk about is Rhamondre Stevenson having a great game, 142 yards from scrimmage off of 16 carries. That
Okay.
definitely was a good. So that's two ups. My third would be the touchdown to Kayshon Boutte and also to Matt Hollins. Those are my
Mm.
three ups. Now my three downs,
Okay.
which I just mentioned not too
Wait, I
long
should give
ago.
you my three ups first,
Okay,
and
go
then we'll
ahead.
do the downs. Okay.
Okay.
My three ups, starting off the bat, is come on, Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I feel like that play that was done, the 90-yard kickoff return touchdown by Antonio Gibson, to
Mm-hmm.
me, that shows the weapon that we have on the Patriots if we potentially can use Antonio right. He's explosive, he's aware,
Mm-hmm.
okay, he's very athletic. I will give him my first. My second would go to Drake May to Stevenson for his 50-yard completion touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
I heard Patriots insider Tommy Curran refer
Mm-hmm.
to that specific play as the best play of Drake May's career. Now, I have to agree, it's one of his best, but that May to Stevenson for the 50-yard completion, that too shows me what Drake May is possibly capable of.
Correct.
My third play would go to, let me make sure I'm pronouncing this name right, Marte Mapu. He picks
Yes.
it off for New England.
Correct.
And I mean, we have some amazing players, and I'm glad that they're showing what they have. And
Mm-hmm.
also, May's chain moving scramble. He was able to move the ball really well, surveying the field, like I mentioned earlier. And, the 13-yard game reset and, being able to see where his players are. That ultimately set the Patriots up for
Correct.
on the Miami 32-yard line and plays like that. So I think that we're dealing with a very intelligent quarterback,
Mm-hmm.
Drake May. I'm excited to see what else Drake May is going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think those are my three highs. Let me not keep going because I'm going to go off and pick, but those
That's
are
all
my
good.
three.
Yeah, Drake. I forgot to add that too. Drake May was spreading the ball around. He
Yes.
nine different receivers caught the ball, so that's a good
Mm.
thing. Um, my three downs. I will start with the defense as a whole. Even though we did get 5 sacks,
Okay.
giving up big plays and runs is not a good thing, and especially with the safeties. Communication with corner safeties got to be better. I played corner, so I know how it is. Like,
Okay.
when the play is called in the huddle, you got to know what you're doing. If you're playing zone and you only running 10 yards with the receiver, you got to make the communication with the safeties and let them know. You got to remind. So there's a
Mm.
lot of breakdowns, and I'm kind of sad that we did release Jabril Peppers. I say that if he was there, I don't think there would be communication problems if Jabril was there because he's a vet safety. I think 13 years in the league. So when you have that much experience, there won't be too many breakdowns in the back. You know what I'm saying? We have two young
Okay.
guys back there, so that's kind of to be expected. But again, you got to communicate. It doesn't matter what is called, if it's man, if it's, if we're playing cover two, cover three, cover four, cover one, the communication definitely got to be better. My second, I will start off with, I think Rob Spillane. Man,
Okay.
he had like 4 missed tackles that was basically in front of him that he should have had. Maybe they giving him a little too much on his plate. To me, he's a
Okay.
run stuffer, but he's not too good in coverage, I would say. So to me, again, if I was a defensive coordinator, it's about using your players at their strength. So
Okay.
the linebackers is the second down. And third down, which I already mentioned, is communications with the DBs. DBs is the corners as well as the safeties. That's defensive back. So that's that core right there. That's that group right there. Again, they
Okay.
watch film together, they hang
Yep.
out together. So communication got to be much better. That's my three
Mm.
downs.
Those are some really good ones. Okay, okay. I would have to say, I don't know if I even have three because I
Okay.
am very happy with what I saw, but I will say we had some missed tackles. You know, our linebacker, Robert Spillane, he
Mm-hmm.
missed several tackles,
Correct.
which, that wasn't too good. That
Yeah.
needs to be worked on. Honestly, our kicker.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that he is fairly new. He's our rookie kicker. He had a shaky performance.
Mm-hmm.
He missed two extra points that we should have received.
Right.
So I will give that what I will put him down for that.
Good one, because I
And
forgot about that. I forgot about that. So
that's
that's a good thing.
okay.
Remember it. Uh-huh.
I think we need consistency on our special teams. We can't have the kicker messing up and then
Right.
allowing a 65-yard punt return for a touchdown from our special teams. We
Well, that's
can't.
everybody as a collective. Yeah, you're right. The whole
Yeah, that's
special
everybody's a collective, but I'm going to give
correct.
that one to, put that on
Right.
special teams, so I'd probably say that would be my three.
Okay. No, that's good. That's good because I definitely forgot to mention them as well. So that's good that you have my back on
Oh,
that because
I got your black.
there's no
Oh, look at that. I
way
got
that
your black. Your black. Two black
yeah, my
Bostonians.
black. Yeah, you
It's
got
going to
my
come in
back.
because you black.
Two black
And
Bostonians.
that, and just a little side
You got
note
my
for
black.
those who are, we are brand new guys, and we are both from Boston. Mel currently is in Boston. I am in DC. I am from Massachusetts, Boston, Massachusetts, by way of Lowell. So Mel is holding it down for us in Boston, and our podcast name is Two Black Bostonians because we get the same exact questions when people ask us, are there any Black people in Boston? There are
Mhm.
plenty of Black people in Boston. That will be for another show. We will have that discussion. So if you guys are questioning the name to Black Bostonians, there are Black people in Boston, and you're looking at a few of them.
Correct.
Look at that. Mel just disappeared and came right back.
Nah, I
But
had
yes.
a note that somebody was texting me.
Okay. So yeah, that's
Um,
just a little side note.
yes, because it's a misconception about Boston. Is there any black people out here? And it's like, what do you mean? There's black people everywhere. Like, what are you talking about? But again, I get it. If you never took a trip here, you don't know no
Okay.
one here. So people get this misconception. I've been on multiple platforms. I always get asked that question, like, there's
Mm.
out there, and I have to, enlighten people, or for lack of a better word, educate people and let them know, like, it's the third Haitian largest population. You know what I mean? So there's tons of Haitians here. Shout out to my Haitians. Shout out to my Z's. Y'all already know. My Zoes, which is the old name,
Okay.
but
Okay.
the new generation is just leaving the Zoe and they say Z's. Still the same thing. Whether it's the letter Z or we say Zoe, still the same thing. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yes.
So yeah, but it's a big misconception about Boston. It's a melting pot, like I tell people. You know what I mean? Until you come out here and you experience it, for yourself.
Absolutely.
You know, you,
Absolutely.
you realize, like, oh wow, there is lots of them out here. And it depends again where you go, what parts you go to. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
There is a lot of gentrification in the so-called hood. So but again, certain parts you go to, you'll see it's heavily populated. And
Absolutely.
like I said,
Heavily. A lot of people.
people
A
from
lot of people. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm
no, I was
sorry.
gonna say people from everywhere live out here. That's all I wanted to
Oh
say.
yeah. Absolutely. Huge Cape Verdean population as well
That's a
in
fact.
Massachusetts. So
Correct.
we hear these things, guys, and we want you guys to know that it's more than Boston has a rich African American history going all the way back to the American Revolution. So we will share these things with you guys as we grow with our show, but this is our first show, and we needed to give you guys that information because out here in DC, I received the same exact questions. Are there Black people in Boston? Are you the only Black woman in Boston? Is that a real thing? Yes, guys, there are people that look like me in Massachusetts, even as the state, not even as the city, but
Correct.
it kind of makes me laugh, and I'm like, you have to take a trip, you have to go, and you have to visit.
That's a fact.
You would have
So
a blast.
You said there was a topic that you would like to touch up on, and
We
you were
need
excited
to
to
touch
talk
up. Oh
about
my
it.
God, I have a little visitor here that just came out of nowhere. This is a cat that I'm fostering. This is Coco, and she heard us talking about. So I think she got a little interested, Val, to hear what we were talking
Coco's the third co-host.
about.
She's 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 a
Coco will,
co-host to the co-host.
Coco will not be the third co-host today. So say goodbye.
No,
But
but you
yeah,
wanted to talk about
I want to talk
the
about
Crawford
the
and Canelo fight.
Crawford and Canelo. Guys, we will talk a lot of New England sports, mainly New England sports, but we will also be talking about amazing things that are going on all around the sports world and anything we deem and find interesting that we should talk about. Now, we need to talk about Terrence Crawford, who, okay, moved up two divisions to challenge Canelo Alvarez. Did you happen to catch the game, Mel, or the fight, excuse me?
No, I did not watch the fight, but I saw Zab Judah talk about it, and
Okay,
well,
okay.
before the fight, and a lot of things that he was saying gave me a lot of insight. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of knew where it was going. I wish I did bet and put money
Okay.
on Crawford. I will just say this: like Canelo's been having a lot of fights, and I see him kind of like going down a little bit. I'm not saying like it's time for him to hang it up, but he
Mm-hmm.
has have a lot of fights over the years. So I felt like it was the perfect timing for Crawford. I'm not
Yeah.
making no excuses, but again, I didn't watch the fights. I didn't even really catch the highlights like that when I said I was going to watch it when I last spoke to you. I didn't really get to watch it. I got sidetracked with other things. But
Mm.
from what I'm hearing, everyone said it was a good fight. And I heard someone before we went live that actually was there, in Vegas to watch the fight live. They said that they felt like Crawford basically could have really did Canelo bad, but for some reason, like held up a little bit. You know what I mean? But
Mm.
what did you see?
Well,
What was it?
I actually was lucky enough to see the fight. I went to a
Hmm.
fight party,
Hmm.
and honestly, I was really blown away with how easy Bud made this fight look. I mean, Bud is a four-time divisional world champion, and he
Hmm.
literally put his name in the history books this past Saturday.
Hmm.
I would say from the first round, I will give first round to Canelo. The second round,
Hmm.
Terrence started showing, okay, now,
Hmm.
okay, I'm ready to go now. Even though I would give round two to Canelo, but once it hit the third round, I'm sorry, but Terrence Crawford made this look easy. I can see Canelo running out of breath.
Hmm.
Terrence Crawford was clearly the underdog, but Crawford has fought most of his career between 135, 147 pounds.
Hmm.
He's proving that he is clearly a serious athletic, well, not only athletic boxer, but his boxing mind and skill and focus to
Right.
be able to move your weight like this and feel comfortable in your body, whether you're underweight or overweight. He made it look effortless. And Canelo, we could see him sitting in the corner at the end of each round like he was gasping for air while Terrence Crawford was just sitting down having his getting the Vaseline put on, taking deep breaths. He made it look so easy. And honestly, there's
Hmm.
a lot of GOAT talk going on. We saw Canelo lose his belt, and all of the belts were put on Crawford.
Hmm.
Crawford, who was extremely humble, very calm. I saw a lot of the post game conference, and Crawford gave Canelo back his belts out of
Hmm.
a sign of respect, and they shook hands. And there's a lot of go talk going on, and
Hmm.
what Crawford did in four divisions. Do you feel like this conversation is right? I would absolutely say he is rightfully being mentioned in the GOAT conversation. Some people are already calling Crawford the GOAT.
Hmm.
And the fight was fantastic for him to win at a level that looks almost unreal. It looked extremely easy for him. He did not look like he was really struggling much.
Hmm.
And a couple of times during the fight, he was smiling and come on, let's go.
Hmm.
It was an amazing fight. Netflix made a lot of money,
I bet
as
they
we
did.
all, yes, as we all know. And we just want to give um, Terrence Bud Crawford his props and congratulate him for putting his name in the history books. I mean,
Yeah,
that was an amazing fight, and he is a phenomenal boxer and will forever be mentioned from now on as either the best to do it or one of the best to do it.
correct. I mean, he fought a good opponent. You know, Canelo's not no pushover. You know, it's not like
Mm,
he fought somebody else and you gotta, you question that fight like, oh, that guy's not all that great. Canelo's a good,
mm,
opponent. So, yeah, as far as the GOAT, these conversations it all depends. People say Muhammad Ali is the greatest. Some people are saying Tyson. Some people say
true.
Floyd.
All worthy
So
opponents.
yeah, so it's always gonna shift. You know what I mean? But
Mm.
for right now, we got to give, Bud Crawford his props. You know what I'm
He
saying?
proved that size does not matter, and he put together a master class. I mean,
Yeah.
a master class. It was fantastic to watch. I believe
Hmm.
he's the first fighter to win, first undisputed champion. Let me make sure I get this title right, to
Hmm.
win in three weight classes in a four belt era.
Oh
No
yeah,
one has
definitely.
ever done that before.
Got to give
So,
props where props is due. You know what I mean?
yes,
Got to
yes,
definitely salute that man. You know what I mean? He did his thing.
absolutely.
A lot of people I know that, like I said, they bought tickets. I had a homie that told me his tickets because he lives out in Vegas. I think he told me 800 and something dollars he paid. You know what I mean? So it was a fight, man. People got their money's worth. You know what I
And I
mean?
think
So
what made the fight so even better is that if you saw the scores from the judges, they were putting Canelo so close, and the score was nowhere that close. When you are the reigning champion, you have to really win by a wide margin. You
no,
have to,
that's a
and you can
fact.
see,
That's
yeah,
a fact.
because it's hard to take the belt away from a current champion. And when we saw the end at the start of the fight, and we saw the scores, we were like, oh, Canelo was not that. He was not that close. The judges were a little biased, but Terrence Crawford obviously still came out with the win. So boxing is very tricky. There's a very tricky, a lot of cheating in
Mm-hmm.
in boxing. So you have to be really good and win by a large margin in order to take the belt away from a current title holder. And Terrence Crawford was able to do that.
Well, to piggyback off of what you said, man, that's the whole thing. In the words of the late great Tommy Hyson,
Come on
um,
now.
keep your foot on the gas. So basically, that means you don't let your opponent get back in the game. So
Mm,
as to what you're saying, when you pound somebody, the judges can't make it a close. You know what I'm saying? A close fight.
yeah. Hmm.
When you whooping on somebody, you got to really whoop them so that way the judges don't you know, do no for the lack of a better word, no fuckery. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So you can actually be like, yep, I won. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
salute, true, salute. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. That's my homie I was telling you about with his sports channel. He's a Patriots
Okay.
fan.
Hi, True.
He's a
Thank you.
Patriots fan. He's a
Oh,
Celtics diehard fan as well.
okay. And just
Yeah,
really quick for anyone who ends up seeing my background and probably wondering who this man is to my right, this is a Patriots background. Let me get out the way so we
he
can
is
see who's
Celtics.
really back there. This is a Boston Celtics background. You guys just, when Derek White had the hot hand, but that's what my background is, in case y'all are wondering what's behind her and who is this guy right there. It's not about him, okay?
Yeah,
So
like
go
I was
ahead
trying.
now.
Yeah, I love my guy. True.
Hmm.
Like I said, he's a Celtic nation. He's a Pats nation.
I love
But
it.
we have
I
lots of
love it.
disagreements because he's a Missoula guy. I'm not really a Missoula guy.
Oh, True the King. I like you even more now. I love Joe Mazzulla. I think Joe Mazzulla is one of the best things that happened to the Boston Celtics in this new era, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
Oh man,
Congratulations to Joe Mazzulla on his
don't
new
tell me you get a
contract.
check. Don't tell
With
me you
his
get a
new
check from Joe
contract
either.
with the Boston Celtics, he will be with us for the next few years. Thank you very much. And Joe Missoula, we are so happy and honored to have you.
I, I'm
Thank
I'm
you
I'm
for
I'm
helping us get our first championship
I'm
Wednesday. Oh, wait.
disappointed in you. I'm highly disappointed
Why
in
are
you.
you disappointed in me,
Listen,
Mel?
man, you guys is Joe Missoula advocates, man. I swear, True gets a check. I know he gets a check. The way he vouches for this guy and he talks about this guy, it's like Missoula can do no
As he
wrong.
rightfully should. He is the head
Oh
coach for the
man. Well,
Boston
listen,
Celtics.
that
This
is
is
up
a
to
man that
debate.
came from a Division two team, is now coaching the biggest brand in the NBA, and he gave us a championship. If that does not solidify how much he
Listen,
deserves to have this job, I don't know what else does.
I get it,
He
but
came from
listen.
humble beginnings.
Well, we're gonna see this year if he's a great coach or not.
Oh,
We're
you're
gonna
rooting. I
see
sense
this
you're
year.
rooting for him to fail.
We're gonna see.
You better not
You
be
know
rooting for him to fail.
who? I'm no. That's. I don't. I'm not. I don't have that mentality.
Okay,
I don't.
because
I
it looks
don't.
like you're trying to say I was right.
No, no. I judge coaches really. Like I've been telling True, and I'm gonna say it to you.
Okay.
When you have a roster full of talent, how much coaching do you really need to do? How much extra
Oh,
noise
honey,
can you
that's
draw
not about
up?
you need a great coach when you
Listen,
have a roster full of talent.
Listen, there's not much you need to coach. Phil
Oh,
Jackson didn't. Phil Jackson sat most of the
no, Phil
time.
Jackson a little different.
I'm just saying, Phil
Phil
Jackson
Jackson has
sat.
been,
He sat
yeah,
down in his chair for most of the time while Shaq, Kobe, Scottie Pippen, Jordan, they was out there
that's
running
a
the
little
show.
different. You grab amazing, monstrous players and put them on a mega team.
I'm
Like
not saying
that's
we
like
had
putting
Shaq.
LeBron. Who else? Give me more guys. LeBron, Anthony Edwards, KD,
No, I'm just talking
all of
about
them
as
on
far
the
as
same team.
team.
How much coaching do you really need to do? This
I
is
mean,
different. The Celtics, we're new cats who never had a ring. All those guys you mentioned individually had rings already.
no, I know that, but what I'm saying is when you have guys like that on the team, you don't really need to do no coaching. They the coach on the court. They can straight, you know what I mean? You all you got to do is call timeout and you might say this, you might say that, but you let those men, those icons, those
Okay.
legends, they get the team, they rally up the team. So what I'm trying to say is when Joe Mazzulla had Drew Holiday, Porzingis, JB, JT, we could throw Al Horford in there, right? How much coaching does he really need to do? But like I said, when you got this type of team coming up for this upcoming season, I want to see what he does. I want to see what he does
Okay.
coaching wise.
Read the comment from your friend here, our Joe
Neem
Mazzulla.
Neem is gonna take another leap, huh? Oh, you
Yeah,
talking about Neem Cater, huh? He's gonna take another leap. That's yet to be seen. We're
I
gonna see
love
about
Kata. Kata has a special number 88,
uh-huh.
which is my number.
Oh
So he
Lord.
absolutely will. Everybody played the best ball in their
Uh-huh.
career
Uh-huh.
playing under. Can we highlight this? Because, that's so important for everyone played best ball in their career playing under Joe, to be fair. I agree. See, we thought when we lost my Nigerian brother who went to Houston, we were going down. I mean, honestly, Missoula came, kept our spirits up, reinvigorated us, and took us to a championship. I mean, we have to give him props for that.
I
Everyone thought it was our previous coach.
uh-huh.
That's the only reason why we got that far. But Joe
What about
Mazzulla was
Ime?
like, I'm gonna take the torch and carry it and continue on. And that's exactly what he did.
I might be a little biased. I'm an Ime guy, so you know what I
I
mean?
like Ime Doga. That is my you told everyone that you are Haitian. I think I can tell everyone that I am Nigerian American and
Yeah.
my boy Udoka is my Igbo brother. We're from the same tribe. So I love him too.
Yeah.
However, he's gone and we have Missoula and Missoula is I can't do nothing but applaud
I
him.
see. I wish I had my Celtics background just this switch from the Patriots because we was talking about the Celtics. If I knew we was gonna talk about the C's, I would have did my background and changed it as well. You know. Hold on, what True wrote?
Yeah, I saw that. True to King. I actually
Taylor
was
was
hearing about
balling.
how well he's doing in the Euro League. You can read the comment out loud, Mel, for those who can.
Guys, it's the Euro League. It's the
No, this
Euro
the
League.
Euro League is excellent practice for guys who want to play basketball at pro season. And I'm hearing about people balling out. I heard Dennis Schroeder.
Hmm.
We need to talk about Dennis Schroeder eventually because he has gone from here to there, all around the world to different teams, and he is a beast. Did he not just win a championship with the EuroLeague? I believe he did. Dennis
Hmm.
Schroeder doesn't get enough props. I mean, we need to really talk about Dennis Schroeder, Mel.
I mean, he
On
has value. That's why he gets traded so much. You know what I mean?
I know, but it's like home. He needs a real home. I feel like once
You
he gets that championship, he can be like, "This is
you
my
know
home."
how sports is. It's a dirty, nasty game. 1 minute you could have a good game. Next thing you know, you get a damn pink slip in your locker room talking about
Yeah,
you've been traded, or the agents calling you, sending you a text while you playing the game, and then it is what it is. It's a nasty game.
yeah.
Salute, peace, and salute, Tiff. Tiffany is a Celtic fan, and she's
Hey,
also
Tiffany.
a Raven fan.
Oh, see, I like Tiffany. You know, I'm a huge
She's
Lamar Jackson fan. So, Tiffany, you have
She's in your
chosen
area.
correctly
She's in your area. She's not in DC, but she's in
in the DMV area.
yes. So
Okay, okay. Well, welcome,
that's why
Tiffany.
she's a
Great
Ravens
team
fan.
choice.
I feel like
Okay.
she's a Commander fan.
Well, yeah, it's kind of hard to root against the Commanders when you have someone like a Jaden Daniels, and
Oh, she
it's
roots against them. She has no problem.
well,
She roots
I like
against them.
both Jaden Daniels and Lamar Jackson, but I you can go either way. Obviously, we're Patriots fans big time. But for my backup team, the Ravens are my backup team. And now
Oh,
I live in DC and we have Jaden, and Jaden is young. He's
mhm,
hungry. I love that Jaden Daniels is very God fearing. He loves talk. He owes all of his wins to Christ, and I think that's very important in the NFL.
mhm.
But I like him. He's a great player, and he's very focused.
Yeah, I seen that. True. They said Nemus is gonna actually get the starting center job. We'll see. We'll see. That's yet to be determined till the
I'm
season starts.
excited to see him in that job, in that position.
I will say this, right? The way I'm built, and being from Boston, we can't root for another team or player in our division or in our
Yeah,
conference. So
yeah.
I
No,
will.
that's true.
I'm not saying Jaden is better than Lamar. I'm not saying that. He still got a lot to prove, but I root more for Daniels than I do for
Okay.
Jackson. You know what I'm
I see
saying?
that. I
But
kind
that
of
doesn't
look at
mean
them like
Jackson is
brothers.
trash. So don't kill me, Tiffany in
No,
the
I'm not
comments.
gonna kill you. I know that you don't.
Yeah,
I
I'm
know
just
that you
saying. I
don't
don't
feel
want
that way.
y'all. I don't want y'all to attack me. But go ahead. Sorry. Pardon. Sorry.
I kind of look at Jaden Daniels and Lamar Jackson almost like brothers. They're very
Mhm,
similar in their play. Jaden Daniels does remind me of Lamar Jackson, so
mhm.
he's still early, but let's see what Jaden Daniels can do. I think he's the future of the Commanders, and he's about to get to work. Don't sleep on the young brother.
I don't think
So,
Ravens is going anywhere.
oh
Just
man.
I'm just saying. I always tell Tiffany,
And you know what?
you
And I can't. And I'm not supposed to. I'm not supposed to say this on a Patriots podcast. It's not a Patriots podcast. This is two Black Bostonians, so we can say what we want.
we
I
talking about
am a.
everybody here.
We
We
talk
talking
about
about
everybody.
yeah.
No, I'm a Patriots fan first. However, if the
Mhm,
Patriots don't make it where they should make it, and I do root for the Ravens. I do watch Ravens games when Patriots are not playing. I see you shaking your head, Mel. I do love Lamar Jackson. I would like to see that young man get a championship, but
mhm.
I'm not the Patriot season just started, so I don't want to.
Let me elaborate on why I'm shaking my head. Because we talked about this on Truth's platform, right? On his YouTube channel. Y'all subscribe to True to King TV. He does dope content, covers the Celtics, the Patriots, talks about other teams as well, covers wrestling and all that good stuff. He does dope content. Um, we
Okay,
talked about this on his platform. We kind of frown on people that have different teams. Like us, we're Celtics fans, right? We all here on Celtics. We got the
absolutely.
Celtics. Other people will be like, "Oh, well, the Celtics ain't doing good, so I got another team to fall back on." I don't have no fallback team. I just have one team. So no disrespect to anybody that has second and third teams. I got a friend, one of my best homies. He's a Patriots fan first. Well, excuse me. Let me rephrase that. He's a Dallas Cowboy first, and then he's a Patriot. So I always look at him like, but anyways, it is what it is. I don't have no fallback team. I'm all New England out. I don't do outsiders. Now, do I like players on other teams? Yeah, I salute them. You know what I'm saying? But that's as
Well, I
far
fit
as
in that category. Mel, well, first, Mel, I fit in that. That's kind of low. but I fit in that category because I am Patriots all day, every day. New England, Red Sox, Bruins. I even
Mhm,
watch hockey. Everything I'm in tune with when it comes to our home region.
mhm,
However, it is normal and human to like other players outside, especially we don't see a lot of black quarterbacks in this day and era. We're starting to see as much more black quarterbacks than we've ever seen. We have
mhm,
Jaden Daniels, we have Lamar, we have CJ, we have Dak, we
mhm.
have Jordan. So, they're popping up. So don't get it twisted. I'm blue and red, white, and blue all day, green for my Patriots. But, yeah.
You've been watching a little too much boxing because I saw the little settle jab or under uppercut that you took at me. I'm normal and I'm human. I got that. I wasn't taking a personal shot at you. I'm just saying I side eye people with these other teams. They show their flag for this team, but when that team ain't doing too well, they bring out the other colors, the other jerseys, t-shirts, apparels. It is what it is. Like I said, salute to y'all. I just
Okay.
roll with my Patriots. That's it. So if the Patriots ain't doing good, that's it. I
I
watch
roll
other
with my
games.
Patriots as well. I roll with them as well.
I
But
get it. I get it. I get it.
yeah.
It wasn't. I didn't take no personal shot, but I see how
Okay.
you took a little uppercut at me. It's cool. Moved out the way real quick. Gave a little Floyd the little
Oh
shoulder.
Lord.
You
It
know what
was
I'm
just a
saying?
little slight, right hook.
Yeah. I caught it. It didn't go over my
Okay.
head. I caught it. Normal, and I'm human. I guess I'm not normal, and I'm not a human. I guess I'm a reptilian, y'all.
Oh
I
wow. See,
guess.
here we go, guys. See,
Maybe I'm
every,
Anunnaki. I don't
every,
know. I'm
here
I'm
we
one of
go, guys.
these. I'm one of these alien races. I don't know. I'm the tall gray, the shorts. I don't know.
Oh
But I'm just saying.
Mel.
You
Mel,
know.
you're not a reptile. We are human, and sometimes we have love for other players on other teams. It's
Yeah,
okay.
I
It
stated that.
doesn't make us any less of a
Listen.
fan of our hometown. It's
I get it.
okay.
I was a
Okay.
big AI fan. I
Okay, there
was a
you
big
go.
AI fan, but I couldn't be like, yeah, 76ers, yeah. Nah. I was just an AI guy. Same thing.
Okay.
Tracy McGrady. I'm a Tracy McGrady
Oh,
guy.
I'm
Penny
obsessed
Hardaway.
with Tracy McGrady.
Yeah, Penny
Absolutely.
Hardaway. I got some other guys,
Love
like I
Penny
said.
Hardaway.
But to
Okay.
root for the organization,
Okay.
nah, we can't do
Okay.
that.
You
That's
made
like
your
me,
point, Mel.
don't make me bring out the Red Sox and all of a sudden I'm like, go Yankees. Never.
No,
Do I
that's
like
that's honey,
Jeter?
that's a
Do I
little
like some of the
different. That way.
players, that
Yeah.
the Yankees had?
Red Sox and
Certain
Yankees,
things.
like in the Yankees, that's like illegal where we're from. Like that's an
Exactly. We
abomination.
would get kicked out of the state. Well,
We
you
would
are
get kicked
you
out of
already out, so
Massachusetts.
you good. You already in the DMV, so you good. Me, yes, I'm gonna be disowned. I'm gonna be probably banned from Fenway Park.
As you
Can't come
should
in.
be if you're
You know,
talking like that.
yeah. Like I told you,
If
I
you
be
okay.
on the
Okay,
Buffalo
that was a good
Fanatics.
example. That was a good example.
Remember, I told you I'd be on Buffalo Fanatics. The first
Yeah, no,
time I
you
was
did
on
tell
their
me that.
chat
You did
and
tell
I
me
was
that.
writing Pat's Nation, the whole chat was coming at me about 1,200. But I'm cool now. But the host, my guy Rico, said, "Hey, you can always come to the." I said, "No, I will never come to the dark side. I will never join the dark side. I appreciate, the VIP. They try to give me the pass, and I said no, I can't accept that. But I will
Okay.
always, from time to time, come in the chat. Now I don't get trolled in the chat no more. They respect me when I put in all caps. Pat Nation is here. Everybody's like, "Oh, salute Maybach, whatever, Pat's Nation." I'm
Okay.
like, yeah, And he called me.
Okay.
He hit me up and told me you were right about Mike Vrabel.
Okay.
Rico, if
Okay.
you catch this live, Rico, remember I told you, I called it early. I told you I got inside sources. You didn't believe me. You did a live. You and your co-host brought it up, Z-Bot. And then when it happened, I hit you up in the DMs
Okay.
on Instagram and was like,
Okay.
see, I told you. He was like, yeah,
Okay.
Mel, you were right. So see, I know
See,
a little
and
something.
guys, Mel is gonna get heated and do this. So sometimes Mel will get heated and he will let you know. So all right, all right.
Yeah.
Sometimes I gotta swerve through Mel because Mel, once Mel gets going, it's another story.
But
I
salute,
feel you.
Naja. Salute, salute. My brother
I
Naja,
feel
he's
you.
up in here. He's a see when we was talking about people that got two teams. It's funny that he pops up. He's a Cleveland Cavaliers first, and then he's
Oh,
a Milwaukee Bucks second. That's
oh,
crazy to me.
that is a
But it
little.
is
That
what
is
it is.
crazy.
It
That is
is what it
crazy.
is. Yeah,
That
he's a
is
team.
crazy.
Yeah, he's a Cab fan first. That's his
Oh
number one
yeah.
team. And
Okay.
when they don't do good, he has a fallback team to fall back on. You see, he put the
Mm.
eyes emoji because he can't say I'm lying. You know,
That's a little crazy. That is a little crazy. That I don't know how that goes together, but hey,
I
people
don't
like
know.
who
I don't
they
get
like.
it either. I don't
People
get it either.
people like people like who they like. So
Yeah, you're
we
right.
mentioned that we talked about our Patriots. They won game two. Let's
Correct.
see what we have coming up. Game
So,
three. Go
a
ahead. No,
quick
go ahead.
question. Pardon,
Yes,
self. I didn't mean to cut you off. Right.
that's okay.
So we got the Steelers coming up.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
So the Steelers has been giving up over 30 points per game, right? So far, the first two games on average.
Yep.
I think it's 33, somewhere around there. They've been giving up. Their run defense is very bad.
Yes. Not
So
good. Not
I'm
like last
asking you,
season.
I'm asking you early, just in case we don't do a late week podcast. Um,
Okay.
what is your prediction for this Sunday
Oh.
against the Steelers? You don't got to give me the score, what
Do
you
you
think.
know? Do you know the score of the last.
No, I just know I forgot what was the score, but I just gave you a little. They giving up 30 something points the last two games,
Yes.
and they won their first game against the Jets, which was expected.
Yes.
The Jets is trash. So if anybody sees this, I'm sorry if you a JETSS Jets trash. Sorry. Y'all might as well be taken out of the division. But
Okay.
anyway, that's a whole nother subject for
I
another
know
day.
you can.
You know what I mean? Um,
Okay.
but
I mean,
yeah, like I said,
honestly,
their run
yeah, go
defense is
ahead.
horrible. Their run defense is horrible. So
The run defense it isn't good this season. Shout out to Mike Tomlin. Honestly, Mike Tomlin, we love Mike Tomlin. Oh my God. Okay, we love Mike Tomlin
you
here.
love him. You love him.
Okay. We respect Mike Tomlin. I mean,
You
honestly, they're the look. The Steelers' chances to win in Week 3, I think, depends on their cornerback, who is
uh
Christian Gonzalez. He's missed the first two games of the season, and if he isn't on the field, I mean, they don't really look. If he isn't on the field, I don't. Who's the guy to match up with? I mean, who's going to be the matchup? The New England Patriots don't have the guy to match up with DK Metcalf in coverage.
What do you mean
So
they don't? What do you mean? We got Carlton Davis. What are you talking about?
no, I mean no. I sorry, I said it backwards. We have Carlton Davis, but I mean other than DK Metcalf,
Who they
what
have?
else?
They got Aaron
Yes.
Rodgers. That's it. Aaron Rodgers
Oh
and
no, honey,
DK.
Aaron Rodgers doesn't count.
Listen, he still could go out there and sling it. I
I
mean,
don't
I'm not
think.
I'm
I
not
think
putting
he's
nothing
about to
past
burn
him.
out in the
Again, our
in like in
defense
a
is
couple.
our pass defense is not that great.
Yeah,
Our
correction.
run
I'm sorry, I
defense
said it
either.
backwards.
So
They only DK. I mean, other than DK Metcalf, who is a monster himself. I mean,
they
what
have
else do
another
they have?
receiver though. I forgot the other receiver's name. Oh my goodness, I forgot the other receiver's name that the Steelers have. But either which way, Aaron Rodgers still could shows the first week he can go out there and
Okay.
sling. He had 4 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? Against the Jets, which is still, I mean, the Jets are still an NFL team. They still professionals. You know what I mean? But it is
I
the
mean,
Jets.
Aaron
It is the
Rodgers is
Jets.
41 years old. Aaron Rodgers is 41 years old. I think
I
that,
get it. Uh-huh.
yeah, and I think the Patriots will be able to dial up a lot of pressure on him. That's why
Listen,
I'm
they
saying he's
should.
going to burn out.
They should be dialing up pressure on him. That's my point. They should be doing that. I'm picking the Patriots to win.
They
I
will
don't know.
slow things down. They
Yeah,
will.
listen.
The Patriots will slow things down. I mean,
I mean, they again, they should. If they can do what they did this past week, come up with a great game plan, again,
okay.
catering towards Drake May's skills with bootlegs,
Yeah.
running, and you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. Some good, nice play actions. Because again, this is a playbook for every NFL team. If you're running the ball real very well, you averaging at least 4.2 yards per carry.
Okay.
Now your play action can really get them to commit and come up towards the line, and you can get them behind there. But if you're not running the ball very well, okay, then they can scheme up anything to stop you. So again,
Yeah.
we need to be solid on all three phases. That's offense, that's defense, and that's special teams. That's just every team's goal
But
to
but
come
but
out
but
on,
that's
on
why I
Sunday.
don't. No, I
Uh-huh.
agree with you. But that's why I don't pay attention to ESPN at all. I feel ESPN has this game against the Steelers. Patriots have a 50.1% chance to beat them.
Yeah, I
A
seen that. I seen
50.1%
that.
chance. I don't I mean honestly that's a little bullshit. Like so that means they're sleeping on Drake May. That means they're sleeping on Antonio. Like
Correct.
you really think it's that
They
you
have
really they think the game is that close?
hmm well, they have the Steelers as the favorites. Last time I checked, my buddies, they do a lot of betting, so they told me that
Milan
the
Williams is
Steelers is
phenomenal.
favorite to win the game. So what's that telling you? That they're not too you know, convinced about the Patriots. You know what I mean? It was Miami too.
Yeah,
Again,
yeah,
Miami wasn't all that great the first game that they
you're right.
played. So, you know, again, I'm picking the Patriots to win.
I'm
You know
picking
what
the
I'm saying?
Patriots as well. Do you have a prediction score, Mel, that you think this game will be?
I don't have a prediction score, but I'll throw one out there. La 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 la. I'll say 21-14.
Oh my gosh, you freaking I was your score is very close to mine. I
Uh-huh.
was gonna say Patriots 23.
Uh-huh.
I thought I said 21, but I'm like 23.
Uh-huh.
Steelers, I'm gonna say 13. 13 to
They
31. I mean to
okay.
23.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's
23
gonna be a low scoring game.
so Patriots by 10. You got Patriots by
Yes.
10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think
Patriots by 10.
I think Patriots win by 7. 7
Okay.
points. You know,
Okay.
again, this is an early
Okay.
prediction. You just caught me off guard. That because I told you early on. I was like, I'm not going to ask you for prediction on the score, but
They just
you
lost to Seattle. I mean, 31 to 17.
yeah,
So,
you know, I don't see them laying down, so that's why I'm giving them
I don't see them
14.
laying down, not with a coach like Mike Tomlin, but
Yeah.
I feel like with a lot of the changes the Steelers are
Mhm.
going through, Mike Tomlin is trying to put these new guys together and make them cohesive. I don't think the Steelers are a cohesive team right now. So,
True. So True is close to you. He said Patriots 23
okay,
17.
23-17. I agree with
Patriots.
you,
Yeah.
Drew.
Nigel, so you a Giants fan? Yo, you all over the place. You a Cleveland Cavalier, you a
No.
Milwaukee Buck, and you got the Giants as your football team. You, bro,
I think
we
Nigel
gonna
might
we gonna
just be.
talk off
I
air,
think
bro.
Nigel's just picking teams out of the air. I don't.
He,
I
you know,
don't.
listen. Remember my buddy I told you that's from where you're from, your family's
Yep.
from. That's him.
From where? Where's his family from? See, now I'm getting distracted again.
Your
Oh,
nationality.
Nigerian. Okay, that's
That's my
what's up.
buddy I was telling you about. Yeah,
Okay, that's what's
yeah,
up.
yeah. So y'all have y'all little connection.
Look here, look. But Patriots Steelers. I really think that the Patriots. I like your score, True to King. 23-13 is my guess. We will be back and see what happens. Guys, Mel is all up in the screen.
No, because
This is
it's small on
no,
my
no.
screen.
Go
I mean,
ahead
I
and do
wish
what
you
you're
could read
doing.
it. I wish you could read the comments better for me because it's small on my screen. You know what I
True to
mean?
King says Patriots going to be a top 5-10 defense this year.
I
I
hope
agree with
so.
you, True to
I
King.
hope so.
I do
Because
agree with that.
the whole
I do
Belichick
agree.
era we have been top 10 defense.
Yep.
The whole Belichick era.
And like I said earlier, Mike Vrabel just got his first win with us. Mike Vrabel is fresh. He's young. He's a winner. I mean, former player with us. Mike Vrabel has a certain energy that he's bringing to our Patriots this year, and I'm really excited. I mean, Mike Vrabel, we saw him running down the sideline with Antonio to that touchdown, just like a kid in a candy store on the field, running
Vrabel
like
needs to
he was
relax.
like
Vrabel needs to relax.
like he was a player. And Melon, this is why doing this show with you, we will be butting heads because you we love the Patriots, but you the hate I'm sensing from you.
No, there's no hate. I'm
Mike
just
Vrabel
listen.
is
I don't want the man to
perfect
pull a
to coach
hamstring.
us.
I don't want him to pull a hamstring running
Mike
down
Vrabel
the
pull a hamstring.
sideline.
He is in great condition. Mike Vrabel's
Listen.
in great condition, honey.
You
You're being a
cannot
hater.
predict. You cannot predict when anything's gonna
He's
happen.
excited for his young men. I'm excited for him. I haven't seen him this excited since the season started. I'm looking forward to seeing what Mike Vrabel will do with us, and I think it's a great matchup for us.
And you just proven to me why I told you you need to be well. You should not need. but you should go when True the King goes live and he
Okay.
talks about the Celtics. You're gonna need to be there. It's gonna be bad because it's gonna be three people now that I gotta go against. You, Tiffany, and him. When y'all talk highly speaking of, oh my god, this man put. Nah, I'll leave it alone. That's for another day. True, you know what I'm talking about when you put Missoula on top of KC Jones. That again, that's just my opinion. I find that to be crazy. But like I told you, if he wins two championships and three, then I will agree with you. But for now, we need to calm it down a little bit, Mr. Missoula. We need over Casey Jones. That's
Oh,
crazy. But
honey, that's
again,
not even a
that's
discussion.
his opinion. I don't knock nobody for their opinion. You
But
know.
okay, I respect that. But also, too, don't forget the game we have coming up with the Steelers. We have
Yes.
two former Steeler players on our team. We have Spillane, Robert Spillane, who had a great game with us.
Hmm.
What was it, on Sunday, and then we also
He played
have
for the
Mark
Steelers. I thought
Robin.
he played for Tennessee and Raiders. Okay.
No,
I didn't know.
no,
I didn't know he played for the Steelers.
no. He played for the Steelers, and then we also have linebacker Mark Robinson, who is on our practice squad. So, look, I mean, they
Mike
know Steelers,
Robinson,
they know
the
Steelers
practice
plays.
squad. We talking
The,
about Mike Robinson
honey,
on the
the point
practice.
is that they know our plays. They know where we're,
Jabril Peppers is over there. He knows the whole playbook.
well, yeah, I know it does suck to lose
And
Jabril
this is
Peppers.
why
It
I
does.
called it close because of Jabril being over there. So when they show on the little the pads that they show, so what formation they run? Oh, they running this, they running that. Okay, adjustments. That's why
Okay.
I'm a little bit like, But again, that don't mean nothing because Belichick let Bledsoe go to the Bills. He let Lawyer Malloy go to the Bills. And yeah, the first game that we played against them, they smashed us. But then the second time we played them, it was the reversal. You get what I'm
Okay.
saying? So again, I hope they
Well,
change their. I hope they change the calls of their defensive scheme. I don't want
okay.
them to use the same lingo so that way Jabril can break things down and be like, oh, they running a cover two, they playing a cover one zone. I hope they
Okay. All
switch up.
right. Well, look, we shall see what will happen. We put in our predictions
Hmm.
for Pittsburgh coming up this
Okay,
weekend, in a couple days, and we will
facts.
talk about it. We'll see how close we
We will.
were. And, we have gone a bit over time, but, this was, guys, I'm very happy that, came to
This
see
is
us, came
fun.
to say hello. This is
We,
first show of
we
Two
got more
Black Boss.
coming for y'all. We
We
have more
have more
coming
coming
for
for you
y'all.
guys. We are also working on the graphics of our show. This is our run trial, but we are working on that. And, any comments about what you expect from the Patriots this season, please put that in the comments. What you expect from our Boston Celtics this season, please put that in the comments as well. Do you think that Jason Tatum will come back earlier than is being said? He shall come back from his ACL tear. Um, what do you think about Peyton Pritchard? We didn't talk about this, but
Achilles, not
Achilles, I'm
ACL.
sorry.
We
Oh
don't
my
want to
God,
put
I said
ACL out in the
ACL.
universe.
We're
We don't
talking,
want.
so I know we don't want to put that word ACL out. We were talking football, so ACL just, I'm sorry. His Achilles, I think Jason will come back a little sooner. I want him to get healthy, but mention that in the comments if you guys think so. Peyton Pritchard, will he have more of a role with us? Are you happy with Mike Vrabel as our new head coach and how he's coaching, or what you see in the future for us? Please let Mel and I know in the
We
comments.
are happy. We are happy. You could tell them your YouTube channel, so that way they could tap
Oh,
into
yes.
you. Your socials, if you
Oh,
want to put
yes.
your
Okay,
socials out
yes.
there, and they could follow you as well.
Okay, I have a YouTube channel that is fairly new at Best Dame Sportscast. That's BESTDAME, Dame Sports Podcast. Best Dame. Oh, should I type that in?
If you can put your link in the chat for them, so
Ooh,
that way they can subscribe. Y'all,
let's
again,
see.
while she's doing that, I'm gonna just
Let's
let
see if
y'all
I
know
can do this
again.
for you guys.
We will be going live more often. We just got some things that is being done in the background. She didn't have to put that out there, but she did. But anyways, I will say we got some things in the background that needs to be tightened up a little bit, and we will be going live more often. Um, what else? We don't have like a special date and time, So whenever I go live, I will do the same thing that I did before. Send y'all the
Can I
link.
type in the chat? I don't think I can type in the
You
chat,
don't
which
think
is
so?
no,
Okay.
it's not letting me, but
Well,
that's
you know what
okay.
I'll
What I
do?
will
I'll
say,
do when this live goes up, I'll add your link if I'm able to. I'll
but
add your
that's
link
okay.
to
You can
your
add the
channel.
link, but I will just let them know it's Best Dame Sports. So BEST, Best Dame, Sports, Best Dame Sports,
Yeah.
SPORTS. So at Best Dame Sports, you can find me on Twitter. I am she. Well, we won't worry about that right now. I'll just let you know the YouTube channel is at
Yeah.
Best Dame Sports, and we will be back with more for you guys with two Black Bostonians. New England sports is what we cover. Other sports topics going on that we find important and deemable to talk about. Mel, any last words you want to say?
No, I just want to say, y'all just tune in. We will be going live more often once everything gets up and running. So we will
And
be
it will
live
be
more
more
often.
professional. It will be more professional. Right now, we're just having fun chatting. It's our first one, our first show, but it will be more professional. We will have you guys more involved. But thank you guys for joining us on Two Black Bostonians. Mel, you're going to post this. And once you post it, you can send me the link. I will post it on my social and we're going to grow our audience. And we would love to hear what you guys have to say about upcoming New England sports. Once again, I am Christy O at the Best Damn Sports. Best Damn Sports is my link, but Christy O is my name. So, and Mel.
Y'all already know it's Maybach Sports, and y'all already know I am Maybach Mel. I don't
And we
know what
will
else to
see.
say, but that
Yeah.
is we're gonna close out, y'all. But if y'all could please subscribe, like, comment. We definitely need the engagement, and that's how we grow is by you guys, liking, subscribing, and sharing the content out to others. You know what I'm saying? That's how we grow. That's how we get more subscribers.
Oh,
We get more viewers. That's how we get y'all engaged with us and stuff like that. What? You have something else to say?
yeah, no, I was going to say also too, we will have a separate channel just for two Black Bostonians. We can still stream via
Hmm.
our own personal platforms, which is what we're doing now,
Right.
but we will actually have a specific channel for that. So I do want you guys to know that, and we'll try to stream via our platforms in the meantime.
Correct.
But I just want you guys to know there will be a specific channel for that, two Black Bostonians.
All right. Two Black Bostonians. That's my co-host, Christy. Oh, and y'all already know it's Maybach Mel, Maybach Sports. Peace, and we are out.
Bye, guys.